Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. This is a Christmas edition. New Comic Book Day is Christmas Eve this year, so all the stores will be selling books on Tuesday, Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone, whether you celebrate Christian stuff or not. I mean, I looked through the Bible once. I didn't see Santa Claus in there once, so, Merry Christmas. It's fun. Give gifts, get gifts. Awesome. And so Christmas Eve, we'll have these comics, and there's not very many. I'm covering 7. And they're all kind of cool things that the publishers are putting out to kind of fill this skip week thing where, a lot of people will be out of town. So if they have a subscription folder at their store, it's not going to get that much fatter in the week they miss. And if you are in town, we are giving away this book free to anyone that comes in on Christmas Eve. It's Origin 2. It has this cool acetate cover. It's neat. And I don't know, there's some kind of is that like Mr. Sinister thing there? Anyway, it's not a spoiler. It's just speculation on the cover. He's not in this book. I guess that's a spoiler. He's not in the first issue. And it's a story about bears and wolves, not Wolverines. I hope by the end of it we understand why he's called the Wolverine when all he does is hang out with wolves and bears. But it's Kieran Gillen. You know him and probably love him from Journey of the Mystery, from Iron Man, from Young Avengers. I love the guy. It was a cool story. It was very slow-moving insight about Wolverine and his pack and family dynamics and how, he left civilization and lived with wolves for a while. And that's pretty cool. It's fun. And the bear and then some Weapon X innuendo and, you guys remember the Weapon X stuff with bears and such and animals. So it's a story about animals and how is he a man, is he an animal, and all those themes that are played with Logan. And I enjoyed it, and Adam Kubert's still on art, so it's Origin 2, and I dug it. It's a $5 book because I suppose it's exercise and it has this cool cover, but we will be giving away free on Christmas Eve as, a Christmas present to our fans, our customers, our peoples, our friends that come through here. And, if you don't have anything better to do than go to a comic shop on Christmas Eve, we'll give you a damn present. Yeah, thanks, guys. Also, there's this Avengers. It has this funky 1 on here to confuse you, and it also has 24 now, also to confuse you, because now isn't a number, but it's actually issue 24 of Avengers. And it's all new Marvel Now for real this time, and, I know I sound a little sarcastic about that, but I really like this issue. I enjoy Hickman. The Ribic art is great. Several artists are on here, but it's kind of a lull after Infinity, and it's Christmas in this book, and they're celebrating Christmas. They're having their meat and beer pies that Thor makes them, and just eating all their meats, and a lot of good characterization, a lot of good downtime. And then there's also the story of this rogue planet, and an Iron Man from 2030, not 2020, 2030, and he comes back, and maybe it's just a robot, I don't know. I'm applying gender just to not be spoilerific. But, okay, so this Iron Man comes back, and this rogue planet's coming. It's fired like a bullet, and it's coming to destroy Earth, and you need to stop it. And so they proceed to try to do that, and that's what this issue is. But it had a nice, satisfying bow on it. It sewed up this whole prelude thing in a nice little package where we got some answers. I enjoyed it. I was very satisfied with this issue. And if you thought that Tony Stark was bad when you just thought the world revolved around him, what if he had his own rogue planet that, whatever. It was fun. I enjoyed it. This is my Christmas present. Thank you, Jeff Johns. I got both Forever Evil and Justice League the same week, right before Christmas. I love you, Jeff Johns. I've been loving Forever Evil. And this is the real dynamic deal, like Lex Luthor and Batman. It's always like Superman, Batman, but you got like the powered guy, the non-powered guy, the pinnacle of humanity, and this alien that wants to help us out but not too much. What if Lex and Bruce Bats had to work together, had to be on the same side? They'd be unfreaking stoppable, but they'd have to be some major reason for that, and this is it. Crime Syndicate. This is the major reason for it, and it was a very fun issue. Catwoman, Batman together, that was fun. Power Ring. This will be in the preview pages. It's page 5. Batman has all his stuff from Tower of Babel-ish, all the things to take out the Justice League members, and now it's boom, yeah, I was the asshole for having all these secret weapons to take out the Justice League, but what if there are evil counterparts of the Justice League from an alternate world, Earth 3, then I'm the man for having this, because I'm the man with the plan and can take these guys out. And that was cool. I was wondering how we got some of this stuff when everything's been kind of rebooted with New 52. I know Batman hadn't been rebooted, but where did he get the lightning rod from the future from Lightning Saga? How did that happen in the New 52? Blah, blah, blah. But I'm not going to think too hard on that. It's, neither here nor there, really. But I enjoyed it. Had a great, those aw shit moments, that I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like a little kid again, just totally excited utterance. And then a few pages like, what? It's even better. So, yes, things are spoiled on covers and surprise villains or whatever, but it's cool. I enjoyed it. And the Justice League, this continues and more or less finishes what I'm calling Sadistic Origins. Not Secret Origins, but Sadistic Origins of the Crime Syndicate. We had Owlman, we had Ultraman, and then this issue we have Power Ring, and then Johnny Quick, Atomica, and Deathstorm. Not Superwoman. She's still a mystery, and I don't know if they're going to reveal that next issue or not. I don't know. But she's still a mystery. Who's under that hood is still a mystery, but there's a few more clues in here, and I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I like that Hal Jordan there. It's fun. And yeah, I really enjoyed Forever Evil, and I don't care if I sound like a DC fanboy for that, because I'm enjoying it. I could only be authentically me, and I just love the crap out of that. So, if you're on the same page as me, awesome. If not, just don't buy it. But I loved it. Moving on, I have a creator-owned book by Image. It's James Robinson and Jay Bone. James Robinson is one of my favorite guys forever and ever and ever because of Starman. This is when I was in high school, like 94. And wow, Starman, I've reread it recently, the 6 omnibuses, I don't know. They're even better now rereading it. And I know it hasn't changed, but I've changed. I think that I perceive depth and nuance a lot better than I did back then, but I loved it. And this book is weird. The art's, Jay Bone, it's a little bit cartoony, and it's black and white with gray tones, like Walking Dead. And the pace is slow at the beginning. There's these lizard people that, you can see on the cover that little silhouette, a red silhouette of a lizard person. And the book opens up with this protagonist that's kind of a loser, kind of Jack Knight-ish from Starman. It opens up with him smoking weed and getting baked and talking to a lizard, and it's a great way to get a lot of exposition out. A great way to get a lot of hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is why I'm here, as opposed to a lot of captions where someone's just being majorly introspective just because it's the first time you've met them in reading the comic. It actually worked to have someone just totally high as a kite talking about his life and what he does, and then the stuff happens. Then there's some lizard people, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. So, it's not fast-paced for the first half of the book, but I haven't tried reading it high yet. I suspect that would enrich it, but I enjoyed it, and I think if you like James Robinson, you should absolutely give it a try. I'm happy he's doing some creator-owned work, and, good for him. I love Image, too. Moving on, these are two, kind of goofy, Christmas, sappy, feel-good stuff, nostalgic, Doctor Who. This is a Doctor Who Christmas special. It's also the final Doctor Who by IDW. It's been since 2008. They no longer have the license to publish IDW. There's a nice little cover gallery of every cover they've did in their whole run, and a letter from Chris Rael about the experience doing Doctor Who. And the story itself is touching. It's a touching, heartstring story, and someone is being bullied, and Doctor Who's there, and it's Doctor Who in our real world, and does he actually go to a Doctor Who convention? Yes! And it's fun! So, this is just a fun issue for the emotional heartstrings, nostalgia, Christmassy, all that stuff. If you're a Doctor Who fan, enjoy the heck out of it. It's the final thing by IDW before it moves on. And finally, ROBOTECH VOLTRON. Obviously it's a small week that I'm talking about ROBOTECH VOLTRON, but I actually, I'm 37 years old. I know I don't look it, whatever, but I watched Voltron and ROBOTECH as a boy, and I loved it. That's my first experience with, I think we called it Japanimation back then and not anime, because we didn't know any better. I lived in Vero Beach and no one was correcting me because no one else liked the stuff I liked. I called them Magneto instead of Magneto for, till I was like 15. And, watching that cartoon, and I was like, oh man, I'm a dumbass. But anyway, Robotech Voltron was fun. A pairing up that I hadn't even thought of. It's, it's no G.I. Joe Transformers, but it was fun. The art is amazing. The art is just like this whole team of artists. Digital art team. Okay, cool. I really liked it. And I love that art. It opens with Voltron stuff, and then it goes into Robotech stuff, and it's mashed up like... it's cool. The first issue didn't have much of any interaction between the two of them, but I'm in it. If you have that nostalgic kick, and if you want more Roy Fokker, I hope it's Roy Fokker, not Roy Fokker. But anyway, if you want some of that, go for it. It's good. It's fun. If you're a Robotech fan, you'll enjoy it. If you're a Voltron fan, you'll enjoy it. And that's it. Merry Christmas, and see you guys next year. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, interact with us. Have a Merry Christmas. If you're local, Christmas Eve again, come in and get that free Origin 2 #1. And if you are local and you're still in town after Christmas, this Saturday after Christmas, we're going to have a holiday karaoke meltdown, which should be pretty crazy in here. So come by and have a good time with us. Thanks. Bye-bye.